Hello everybody, Goopity Q here with Doki Doki Literature Club. I saw this on Tumblr as one of those something very horrifying covered over very kawaii visuals. But I did not... Shut up. I did not see anything about what the horror actually is. So, let's see what this is. It's cute, I'll give it that. How's it gonna be bad? Let's find out! Please enter your name. Q. Sweet.
Hey!
I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I always feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me.
I overslept again! But I caught you this time!
Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you.
You say it like that you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Kyo.
Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something.
Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to.
Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute.
By the way, Kyo, have you decided on a club to join yet?
A club? I told you already, I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either.
That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year.
Did I? I'm sure it's possible I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on average while spending my free time on games and anime. I'm a nerd like that.
I was talking about how worried I am that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy, but I die at the thought of you being a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world.
If I remember Osamasa-san, that's basically you live in your parents' house and do nothing like a deadbeat.
You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you.
Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though.
Will you at least promise me you'll try a little?
Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that.
Yay!
Why do I let myself get lectured by a carefree girl? Such a carefree girl? I don't know. English is hard. More than that, I'm surprised I let myself even relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. The school day is as ordinary as ever. It's over before I know it. I'm gonna save. Yasu! Okay, back. Oh, return. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club.
Hello?
Since if they're assuming I'm a guy, maybe I'm one of those cool girls cross-dressing as, boys anime tropes. I remember when I was younger, I would always have that sort of trope with my OCs, because we were cool and hip and rebellious. Sayori? Sayori must have come to the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize I'm the only one left in the classroom.
I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed.
You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club.
Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know...
Know what?
Well, that you could come to my club.
Sayori.
Yeah?
There's no way I'm going to your club.
Meanie.
Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. But she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club. She inherited the title vice president. Ah. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club.
Come on, please?
Why do you care so much anyway?
Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I'd bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. I'm a dumb shit.
Don't make promises you can't keep! Well, we'll go for the fucking cupcakes. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning that she planned this all out. I let out a long sigh. Fine! I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay?
Yes! Let's go!
And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. Pretty good day, if I do say so myself. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, except for the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes' activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door.
Everyone, the new member is here!
I told you, don't call me new member! I glanced around the room. Welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure meeting you. She's cute! I love her! Sayori always says nice things about you.
Seriously? You bought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere.
Kyo, what a nice surprise! I am a boy! Haha, so I am a boy in ponytail and like, yeah, totally a boy. Welcome to the club! All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls! I'm in the middle of a harem anime!
What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it.
Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. She's a sun-sun! Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her.
You can just ignore her when she gets moody.
Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back towards the other girls.
Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club.
Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears to be comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet you both.
And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right?
That's right. It's great to see you again, Kyo. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. We rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica. Doki.
Come sit down, Kyo. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. God. Sorry, I got a little too excited.
Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room, where Natsuki gets wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches to the table, tray in hand.
Okay, you ready? Ta-da! Whoa!
Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate that make used to make the ears. Oh, cute.
So cute! food!
Shit. That was too kawaii for my throat. I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki.
Well, you know. Just hurry and take one.
God. Sayori takes the first one, then Monica. I follow.
It's delicious!
Sayori talks. Sayori talks with her mouth full and already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. Umph. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki.
Why are you thinking... Why are you thinking me? It's not like I...
Haven't I heard this somewhere before?
Baka made them for you or anything.
So did he? Eh? I thought you technically did. Sayori said...
Well, maybe. But not for, you know, you, Baka.
Alright. Chill. I give up on Natsuki's weird dialogue and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole set in this classroom?
Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission.
I'm gonna save. Beep. Yep. Return.
After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book?
I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you.
That's not...
Insulted, Yuri looks away.
I meant that, you know...
I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea.
I'm glad.
Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me.
So, what made you consider the literature club?
I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so...
That's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it is my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone.
Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any other of the major clubs. Weren't you the leader of the debate club last year?
Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. It encourages others to get into literature than I'm fulfilling a dream.
Monica is really a great leader.
Yuri also nods in agreement. Needs. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club.
You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone?
Yeah!
We'll do our best. We'll do our best.
I need to make sure I don't actually make them together, but Yuri's a lot more whispery.
We'll do our best.
You know it!
Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have really worked hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they're also delighted by the idea of a new member joining. I still don't really think I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature.
So, Kyo, what kind of things do you like to read?
Considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. I'm gonna quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. Looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet.
Not much of a reader, I guess.
Well, that can change. I love her. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking about Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri?
Well, let's see.
Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger.
My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive.
Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious that her eyes light up when she finds comfort in the world of books, not people.
But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep physiological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you through a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately.
I read a horror book once. It was called Aodi. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at a minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock.
Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you can say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment.
I hate horror.
Oh? Why is that?
Well, I just...
Natsuki's eyes dart over me for a split second.
Never mind. That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki?
What? What gives you that idea?
You left a piece of scrap paper behind last meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called...
Don't say it out loud! Give that back!
Fine, fine.
Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are! Don't call me cute, bitch.
Siri slides up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders.
I'm not cute! Kawaii-janayo!
Natsuki, you write your own poems?
Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care?
I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime?
No.
Natsuki averts her eyes.
You wouldn't like them.
Not a very confident writer yet.
I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers.
I guess it's the same for Yuri.
I want to read everyone's poems!
We all sit in silence for a moment.
Okay, I have an idea, everyone!
Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika.
Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even.
Yeah, let's do it!
Plus, now that we have a new member, it'll help us get all more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Kyo?
Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem.
What's that?
Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I'd join this club! Sayori made to convince me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes.
But... I'm sorry, I thought...
Y'all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay. I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' lights light up. Hooray!
Yes! I'm so happy!
Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! You really did scare me for a moment.
If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed.
Then that makes it official. Welcome to the Literature Club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem and bring it to the next meeting, so we all can share. Monica looks over at me once more. Kyo, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress this class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food.
Hey, Kyo, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together?
That's right. Sierra and I never walk home together anymore because she always has to stay after school for clubs. Sure, might as well.
Yay!
With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Shiori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to go closer to one of these girls. Alright! I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me! I guess that starts a writing poem tonight. Time to write a poem. Pick the words that think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen to whoever likes your poem most. Yay! Imagination. I want to get with Yuri. Peaceful, uncanny blankness, sadness. Peaceful? Damn it. Landscape. Yeah! Secretive? Yes! Existence? Yes! Melancholy? Yes! Beauty. Damn it. Horror. Nightgown. Damn it. Let's see. Unending? Yes! Disoriented, precious. Ambient. Yay! Broken? Damn it. Warm? Damn it. Entropy? Yay! Frightening. Pain? Damn it! Boop! Unstable? Yay! Uncontrollable. Misfortune! Damn it. Depression? Damn it. Hi again, Kyo! Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Kyo. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it.
Oh, come on! Like he deserves any slack.
Sierra told me if you didn't even want to join these clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you just plan to come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it.
Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between finding Monica and manga.
Manga is literature! Fucker!
Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat.
Don't worry, guys. Kyo always gives his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room.
How dependable. Shiori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once.
Is that so?
Back. You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous.
How come? You and Kyo could be good friends too.
Sayori! I want to go with Yuri really bad. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into.
Oh, Yuri even brought something for you today, you know.
Wait, Sayori.
Me?
Not really.
Don't be shy.
It's really nothing.
What is it?
Never mind.
Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really...
Oh, Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do?
I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking.
I guess it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy, no matter what.
Is that so?
Yeah, I wouldn't make a big deal if you don't want it to be.
Alright. Well, here.
Yuri reaches in her bag and pulls out a book.
I didn't want you to feel left out. So I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted.
How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. I love her! Yuri, thank you! I'll definitely read this! I enthusiastically take the book.
Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think.
Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more. But at the same time, I would feel bad from distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. She's rereading the book for me! Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sinks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out, looking at your vague direction. Fuck. I muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable.
Oh. It's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so...
That's the book you gave me, right?
Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason.
Just curious, how come you have two copies of the same book?
Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, that's not what I meant.
She fucking bought this for me!
I mean, I just happened to buy two of them.
Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading this soon.
I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story.
Is that so? What's it about, anyway?
Well...
Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover.
Alright. I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships and her life starts to fall apart.
That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden.
Are you not a fan of this sort of thing, Kyo?
No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry.
I hope so.
Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. That's fine, I am too! She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different.
It's just that these kind of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just as someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals, or their own philosophy that they believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry.
Hey, don't apologize! I haven't lost interest or anything.
Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people.
I feel you 110%.
So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much.
I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all.
That's true.
In fact, I might as well start getting reading it, right?
You don't have to.
Well, what are you saying? Just a moment ago, you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's.
Yeah.
Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive.
I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone.
I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you, if anything.
Alright.
I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It says this if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. Looks like she's reading from my book instead.
Sorry. I was just...
Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you?
I do. I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean...
Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk up against Yuri's, then hold my book more to hold it between the two of them.
I suppose so.
Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we lean in a bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess it kind of makes it difficult to turn the page.
Here.
Oh, she's cute! Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and her forefinger. I do the same with my right arm, on the right side of the book. That way, I turn the page, and Yuri slides it under her thumb to flip to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me, because she's so beautiful! It's almost as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face. She's in the corner of my vision.
Are you ready? To turn the page.
Sorry! I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her.
That's okay. You're not used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a little bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me.
Yeah. Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn of my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri? I'm gonna stop it here because it's been going on for quite a while. I was wanting to wait until the end of this club, but no, it ain't happening. It's getting way too long. So we'll see what she wants next time. It's so cute. How's it gonna go wrong? Let's find out together. So have a good day, everybody. Bye. You're so cute.